This is a message for my future husband. I just wanted you to know that today is Sunday, which is like couples day and family day, and people get up and get dressed and they go to church and then they go to Costco. And so I'm just sitting here after my trip to Costco, after buying a bunch of useless stuff and having to reach all the things on the high shelves all by myself, thinking about the socks and shirts that I'd be buying for my husband if I had one, because they were on sale and they obviously don't fit me. But I'm sure you're out frolicking around on this Sunday, maybe riding your motorcycle or doing something with the boys. Either way, I'm out here just waiting to pump my own gas at Costco. I did get some delicious artichoke dip and a lot of cleaning supplies so that I could go home and spend the rest of my afternoon in the gym and then cleaning the bathrooms and the bedroom and, you know, all the things that a little wifey should do. So I hope you're enjoying your day.
Guys, I love when I go out looking like this. I have like high water sweatpants on from like college. And I know I shouldn't go out looking like this, but I had to run to Costco real quick. So I go out looking like this, and like nice looking guys, or men I should say, nice looking, like wearing their suits, business casual men approach me and say, "You look beautiful today. Do you happen to be single?"
I'm looking for a man in finance.
Sir, like, what? Number one, thank you. Number two, not single, sorry. But if you're a single woman and you're looking for somebody, maybe you should try putting on a similar outfit and go to Costco around 5:30 p.m. Your husband may be waiting for you in the produce aisle.
I think you're neglecting that your face and your hair is actually done. I know you think that you look busted, but in totality, even though I probably wouldn't prefer this type of outfit, in totality, I don't think a lot of women really understand what busted to men looks like versus what busted to women looks like. So fortunately for her, she doesn't look that bad in what she has on. But for the women out there, just know, maybe you should be approachable and look approachable if you're going to follow this method.
One of 5 unmarried mofos over the age of 18 here in Costco. Just enjoying my very, very Sunday. That was $2.
Ladies of Chicago, happy Thursday. Let's do a husband hunting during happy hour debrief. After a ton of recommendations from both women and men in my past video comments, they said that the best place to go to meet finance bros was Ceres in Chicago's Trade Center. Honestly, I was a little bit scared to go to Ceres tonight because they're known for their cocktails that are literally just liquor on ice with a side can of chaser. So happy to find out that they actually have normal cocktails too, but I will say those are also extremely strong. Oh my god, I just got so much powder on my head. But let's get back to it. Was husband hunting at Ceres a good spot? As much of a great finance bro atmosphere it was, I don't think it was an overly social place. That being said, I was sitting outside and not at the bar, so that might be a different type of social scene. Would I recommend Ceres for a social night out with coworkers? For sure, we had a great time and got pretty buzzed off of the very strong drinks there, but I don't think it was the best social scene for husband hunting purposes. Right now, I'm getting ready to go meet up with a group of friends. We're gonna go out in the West Loop, most likely Texan Taco, so I'll keep you guys updated on Thursday night Texan Taco vibes too. Stay tuned. Bye.
This video is for the single girls in New York City. I have cracked the code. We are no longer doing dating apps. I deleted all my dating apps. I'm now, every Saturday morning, coming to Central Park, grabbing a coffee, grabbing my best friend, walking, and seeing all the hot guys that are training for the marathon.
I've been off the apps and husband hunting IRL for exactly 1 month. Remember that guy I told you all about who promised dinner and shoes? He invited me to Nobu for dinner, literally the next day. I wore this dress from Pretty Little Thing to demonstrate how good I look in white. This was my first time at Nobu and it was delicious. He was so fun to hang out with, definitely my vibe, amazing first date. Unfortunately, he doesn't live here in Miami, so we'll see. I thought he was kidding about the shoes, but no, this man shows up with a bag from Saks, Louis Vuitton inside, and the receipt in case I want to exchange them. Can't wait to show y'all these shoes.
What's funny about this clip is that if you go to her profile, people were telling her that she wasn't going to find her man in Miami, and she got upset.
Come with me to go husband hunting on the Chicago lakefront. I've had a ton of people, boys and girls, commenting on my videos that we will not find our husbands in Chicago at a bar. So let's go try out walking up and down the lakefront, see if we run into anybody interesting. Look at how pretty it is. This is already interesting. Need to inquire how to get on that volleyball lake. Look at the sailboat. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many attractive people. Only issue is like, how do you start talking to people now? You can't just like interrupt someone's run to be like, hi, or can you? I think I like this little life. I think I like this little life. Made it to the playpen. This is where I belong this summer, but I have yet to go. Probably gonna have to join a run club, but the two issues there is that I don't know how to run and I hate waking up in the morning. Actually, a third is that I also like to go out. So maybe I'll just start running home to practice. I don't know.
Girly Pops, if you're looking for a husband, you gotta listen up. Si están buscando marido, listen to what I have to say, okay? So I live in Los Angeles and I go to a Costco business center. Now that is not the same type of Costco that everybody goes to get like their clothes, to like buy a freaking couch or like whatever regular Costco's have, right? This is specifically for business owners. So they have none of that stuff, but they have a lot of food, lots of drinks, lots of like office supplies and stuff like that. And the lines are crazy small, okay? I'm in and out of there today. I picked up candy in the morning. I was in there like literally less than 5 minutes. I walked in, saw the candy, walked out, like walked right up to a cashier, like, and got out, right? So very small percentage of people that go there, but also you guys need to listen to this. Anytime that I go, doesn't matter what time I go during the week, I go once a week at least, and I see at different times, but I always see men who are decent looking buying bulk stuff, right? So you see the guys who are, you know, they have the stuff maybe for like liquor stores and like vape supply store, vape places or whatever, but then you also see men who have like, you know, hot chicken restaurants. Because how do I know this? Because all of us wear our shirts for like work, you know. I always go in my hoodie that's like has my business name on it, and I always see them in their shirts with their business names on it too. So I've seen gym owners, I've seen, like I said, restaurant owners, like just a little bit of everything. And I feel like a lot of us single girls, we take advice from people on TikTok. Where should I go to meet a man? Like, if you want a business-minded man, you need to go where business-minded men go and shop for their inventory. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but the bar scene ain't it. I mean, yeah, I guess you can like go hang out at a hotel, like bar or whatever. In reality though, if you're a businesswoman like me, like I kind of don't have time for stuff like that, you know? So I just wanted to put you guys on, okay? Take it for what it is. Like I said, and literally I see a handful of women, but I usually only see men there. So I'm not too sure if this is going to reach other states and if you guys have a Costco business center in your other state, but I hope that you do, and I hope that you go find you a man that's, like I said, business minded. It's just worth a shot, you know?
Honestly, no shade. First of all, let me say, I think that's actually pretty cool. I don't think I've ever been to a Costco business center, but to just be in there with other dudes and women that are out there hustling, getting it, grinding, that's got to be pretty motivating. Another thing that I would say, and I think is kind of the most important thing for this particular clip, is that the women that you're talking to, at least modern women, they're probably not going to know what to do with this information. I mean, they can get dressed up real pretty and go, and men will probably look at them. But once a man takes them on a date, they're going to know, hey, this woman is not really all of that. And it's not to say that a woman's not important. It's just, like you just said, I don't really have time to be out here in a bar or wherever people might go to like kind of chillax and waste time and stuff like that. I just dated myself with the word chillax, but these modern women is what I'm trying to say. They're wanting to waste time. They're wanting to relax. They're wanting to be in a soft girl era, soft girl life, that sort of thing. And these guys are hustling. They gonna want somebody, not necessarily that is hustling like them, but has the mindset to support them. A lot of men aren't really going to want to just pick up a woman and pay for her. That's essentially going to be another bill. How are you supporting? How are you helping? How are you adding to the business? And that's the same thing that you yourself would probably ask a man if he's coming into your life.
Are there any gingers out there who fancy me? I'm deadly serious because I've just found out some devastating news and I need a ginger. So basically, I found out that if I don't procreate with another ginger, my kids probably will not be ginger. So I do need to find a ginger husband imminently. So I'm on the prowl. If you're ginger, like literally if you just got a speck of ginger in your hair, please do let me know. Because unfortunately, as the former GDL leader, I cannot unfortunately have kids that are not ginger. It's not part of the policy. If you don't know what the GDL is, it's the Ginger Defense League, and I'm the leader of it, and the founder, and the director, and the operations behind the whole corporation. So I need a man who's ginger because I can't be seen with a brunette kid. I cannot be seen with a blonde child. I need ginger children to carry on the legacy. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're ginger, reluctantly, let me know.
You know, in all honesty, I've got to give her kudos for the creativity. There's a lot of other women out here that are more pitiful, but she's actually putting a little bit of a comedic spin on it. So kudos to her.
86% of women who make the move end up marrying that person.
That makes a ton of sense. I love when a woman makes the move.
By the way, this applies to men too.
Of course it does. But we're in a weird time, I think, where like a lot of good guys, I hear it from women. They're like, oh, guys are like, whatever. They don't make moves these days. They're too shy. But it's like from the guy's side, like we've grown up like seeing the quote unquote toxic masculinity. We've grown up seeing the guys who are so forward that it's like ridiculous that we never want to be that. So then we actually go too far on the side of the spectrum of like not wanting to bother a woman when she's out. Do you know what I mean?
And then from the woman's side, a lot of it is like, well, no, if he wants me, like guy pursues. So it's like this, okay, then no one's gonna do anything.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm totally against انه the man has to provide 100%. بس هاد كان زمان. لما كانت كل شيء رخيص. One person in a family was enough to provide for you to live in a normal kind of or in a standard معين. Yeah? هلا أنا ما بشوفها هيك. ما بشوفها إنه يعني قلة رجولة. No. هلا everything is expensive. وإذا البنت تشتغل ليه ما بتساعد؟ ما هاد لبيتها لأولادها. هلا مين حيصرف على هذا مين حيصرف على هذا؟ إنه it's okay to share. It's for my life, for our life, for our kids. So I see it totally normal. I know a lot of people are going to be like, la, man should provide 100%. Okay, if he has, why not?
Exactly. The situations and the times have changed. And so if you want a man to provide, it's going to be a special circumstance. It's not saying that you have to carry the load, but you have to adapt to help the man carry whatever load it is. There's a lot of modern women that don't want to do that. Even when they have the funds to do that. I'm not taking care of a man. You don't have to. We're on the same team. We're putting our resources together so that we can build an even bigger legacy. But some modern women are so selfish that they don't even see this. And they try to, my money is my money and your money is my money type of nonsense.
Wives, here are 3 things your husband needs to hear more than I love you. The Bible tells husbands to love their wives, but it tells wives to respect their husbands. And that's not because husbands don't need love. It's because respect is a unique need for a man. So here are 3 things to help your husband feel respected. Number 1, he needs to hear, thank you for providing for our family. Because sometimes as wives, we can ignore the work our husbands do and only talk about the task he hasn't done, and he feels taken for granted. Number 2, this will surprise no one, but he needs to hear, I want you. Because when the bedroom feels like a lifelong game where he is playing offense and you're playing defense, he feels rejected. Number 3, he needs to hear, you are so good to me. Ladies, happy wife, happy life is true, just not how you think. It doesn't mean I better keep my wife happy or she'll make me miserable. It means men judge their success as a man based upon the happiness of their wife.
Oh my.
So when you say, you are so good to me, he feels that he is succeeding as a man. Encouragement in the mouth of a wife is strong in the heart of a husband.
Men get married and become a father and go, oh, shoot, I didn't know it was going to take all of this. Game time. Let me try to figure this out. Let me try to see if I can do this and do that and love her more and balance all this. Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office going, but he doesn't do this. Well, has he ever did it? No, but I always just thought my husband would. Your husband or this man? So are you getting to know who you with? Or are you making this man fit this fairy tale ideology that doesn't even exist anyways?
The latter.
So women come and lead with fit this, or you have no value. Men come in and go, I'm here and I'm gonna learn how to be the best I can for you. And then women do what? You're taking too long. You're not getting there because you haven't fit the box of the fairy tale. They almost always have an amazing husband, but because his amazingness doesn't fit her idea of amazing, guess what? He ain't shit to her. So because he don't fit your tone of red, you gonna tell me this man still ain't red?
And they don't be that themselves. That'd be the biggest thing. They don't be where they're supposed to be either. They don't be all of what the man be asking for, but still require him to be 100%. That's crazy.
You cannot convince me that it is a better option to have a baby with a man than it is to do it on your own.
63% of the youth that takes their own life come from fatherless homes. 90% of homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes. 80% of with anger problems come from fatherless homes. 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions come from fatherless homes. And 100% of the women saying the stuff you're saying come from a fatherless home too. That's so tough.
Appreciate it, Doc. Carry on.
I think this man just left the date. He gets up and leaves. This has never happened to me. This entire date was super chaotic. Originally we were supposed to go downtown, but it started raining, so I said, you know what, let's just go to a local restaurant because I don't want to drive in the rain. I'm driving to the restaurant and boom, he hits me with a I'm running late text. I am about to go on a date, but I haven't been on a Hinge date in so long. I'm scared. My heart is pounding. Oh my god. Oh, that car was so ugly. I was praying. Instead of sitting in my car like an idiot, I decided to go in and sit at the bar and have me a little drinky drink. It felt like forever because he took so long to get there. But once he was there, we was having great conversation until he left me. He left me to go have a conversation with his baby mama. And I was just like, what? Turns out he did not leave the date. He actually did come back, y'all. And he had me smiling all night. And he had great energy. So I definitely will go out with him again.
And I talked today. He's really been trying to be supportive of me today because of how I'm feeling. And, you know, what happened in this election kind of changed how everything's going to go in our relationship. But we have been talking and we were planning on getting engaged sooner than expected. We were toying with the idea of possibly having a child because I'm in a situation financially where if she's the fan, I could do it by myself. I know all the paperwork and
So planning without him. Got it. So we wasn't doing anything. It was you doing that. But continue.
arrangements and legal stuff, you know. And now it's just like I want to hold off on all. I don't want to have any children. Definitely not. And I want to hold off on marriage because of the fact that we might be in a situation to where if you need to get a divorce, you might not be able to get one. We're in a situation where if I become pregnant and I need that pregnancy terminated, I might not be able to get one.
So more about you, how you don't want a kid, how you don't want to get married, but he should still support you on the things that you don't want to do. He should still buy you flowers and take care of you and be in a relationship with you based off of the fact that you don't want to do these things. What about what he wants? Once again, it's not y'all planning, it's you planning.
I could die. Not that that hasn't always been a factor for Black women who are, I think it's 3 times more likely to die during childbirth. Anyway, my chances of will definitely increase. And it's just not worth the risk for me. So yeah, holding off on marriage, definitely not children. We're going to keep things at the way they are right now. Everything's good and he understands and support that, and If something changes, which I don't see it happening anytime soon, then we'll go for it. But wow, it really makes a difference who is in office. It really, when you make logical decisions and take those things into account, you begin to get the truth and the reality of what choices that you actually have. So think about your life, ladies. Plan them accordingly and appropriately and realistically.
Yeah, I know. Way to be a team player. Way to be a team player. Oh, he understands, and dude, get out of there. It's not worth it, man. If you didn't know before, you know now. All right, don't go round and round in circles. If she doesn't agree with who's in office and she wants to make decisions that don't benefit you or whatever, get out of there, man. Just leave. There's no reason to stick around. This is foolishness. You didn't really hear, if you're listening, anything that would benefit a man. Would be what a man wants, and specifically would be what he wants. It was all about what I want. Oh, we're living in a time, and oh, this and that. People that continue to talk don't understand what's actually happening and the things that you can do. Well, I don't want to be in a situation where, well, what about him? What about figuring things out? What about taking responsibility and accountability? I need to do this or I need to do that. Of course, it's all about you. It's never about what the man wants. And you're going to ask the man to lead. But you're taking the power and anything back from him by sitting up here in the car telling him and the world, this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to go forward on this. We're not going to go forward on that. We're putting a stop to all of this stuff. So it really sounds like you're making all the decisions and he has nothing to do about it. He's just sitting there listening to you and saying, I understand. Okay, well, I get it. You got to do what's best for you. At some point in time, well, anyway, I'm not going to dive too deep into your relationship because if you like it, then I love it. But for me, brother, I wouldn't do it. I would leave. This is indicative of a bigger problem that she has within herself. And obviously, you know that just seeing all of her other videos, just talking reckless about men and how they're trash and then this and that. You're not even trying to be with a man. You're not even trying to know what a man wants, what he's looking for. Why would a man ever care to be around you? But that's just my opinion. To the next video, I'm out.